All right, folks, here today to talk to you about a new exhaust, a can that I put on not too long ago. I have been for a few rides with this new can here. It's an MBRP can, which, again, it's on already. I didn't plan on doing an install video because it's pretty simple and straightforward. But now that it is on, let's show you how this, I should mention too that it's the trail can, not the race can. I didn't need the extra noise. This apparently, according to a few videos and what MBRP says, reduces the weight by, I think it's 9 pounds, and it adds 2 extra horsepower. So knowing that it adds power rather than taking away power was a huge contributing factor to why I went with the MBRP can. I'm not sure that it's always the case that power's added. In this case, it is the case. So nice to know that we're not losing power. That's the last thing that I'd really want. And that extra bonus of losing the 9 pounds is also fantastic. So really the goal behind today is to show you kind of what it looks like inside, and compare how it sounds now to how it sounded in a few situations in the past. So I'm not necessarily gonna start it in here, but using old clips with the old stock exhaust and then new clips with the new exhaust back to back in similar situations and comparing them without modifying the clips in any way. So it'll just be off the GoPro, old footage off of the GoPro, and without manipulating the noise, just the raw noise as it came off of the card. Settings always the same for the GoPro. But anyway, before we get to that, I'll just show you kind of how it looks again in here, and how you go about installing this without actually doing an install video for you. You can see I do like how we've got that piece of stainless steel there that does go around this brace with the rubber, so it's supported there. And just let me get a light here for you. So we can see a little bit better what's going on down here. So there's the stainless steel brace right here that I'm talking about, that goes off of this support beam right here, and you can see there's a rubber here. I think that the stock can probably rested on that as well. So now it's small enough, we only need that one. And then it also has down here, I'll try to make it so you can see, it also has a piece of stainless that comes off and rests on this rubber that rests on top of that aluminum frame piece. So this rubber that's down at the bottom, you can kind of see it as black down there, that actually came off with the stock suitcase silencer, and I had to peel that off and stick it back down there. So make sure if you're doing this that that black rubber, you don't miss that black rubber came off and is no longer down there. I don't want to think of the damage that might happen if it was that stainless on your aluminum. So I'd imagine that rubber down there is pretty important. The other thing is, this right here might look like just a garbage piece of wire in the package when you get your new exhaust. That's obviously, it's not just a random piece of wire that was thrown in. Obviously now you can see why it's there. It's just to make up, they don't give you exhaust springs. You have to reuse the exhaust springs that you got with the can. And they do provide that steel piece of wire that's almost like a clothes hanger size, and that hooks in here obviously to there, and it just makes it so that your stock spring will work and tie back to one of those original mounting points. The other kind of strange thing is that you have two springs pulling in opposite ways, as you can see there, on the actual tuned pipe part. Now hopefully it's not rubbing. Looks like it might be. It's kind of concerning to me that would be rubbing like that. Anyway, we'll have to take a look at that when we're done here and see what's going on. So anyway, you can see frees up a lot of space in here, looks a lot tidier, loses again 9 pounds and gains you 2 horsepower. I don't know where on the rev range or anything like that, but that's what you can expect out of an MBRP trail can as far as fitment and how it looks. The other reason I guess I bought it is MBRP is a local company for me. Local meaning that I live in Ontario and I know it's based out of Ontario, and I really do like supporting as local as possible when purchasing products. So knowing that it's an Ontario-based company is only an extra little, I guess, an extra little carrot to get me to. I didn't really look at too many other companies, to be honest. Just because, again, I like supporting local, and I did like the fact that you knew it was gaining horsepower. So anyway, with that clip, I'll cut to some other clips of driving down the trail just so that you can compare the two and see how it sounded. Well, I hope you found that helpful. I'm actually coming back here, finishing this off on an entirely different day, as you can see from little outfit change as far as what I was wearing before. I just came in from doing some stuff outside. But anyway, yeah, so, you know, as you can see, some space is freed up, as we've already talked about. Lost the weight. And with those clips, hopefully that gives you an idea of the way you can expect the sound to change. Obviously, sounds better. It wouldn't be as loud as a race can, and that's, you know, kind of what I was looking for was not as loud, a better sound, plus the performance gain. So again, hopefully you found that helpful if you're looking for some information on how the noise might be a little different from a stock can. A little bit louder, not terribly loud. Sounds definitely improved. So again, hopefully you found that helpful. If you like that video, please feel free to subscribe. I'll probably link up, in case you haven't seen some of this other stuff I've done, maybe link up the front bumper install video. I also recently just finished off first powder ride video, which I did steal some of this footage probably from to create this. So if you haven't seen those, maybe go ahead and check those two out. Other than that, I think that's it for this time. Hope everybody's doing well and enjoying their season. We'll see you next time. Over and out.